In activity 2.25, I'll demonstrate grouping of data in a query. So in the last lesson, we learned how to use the totals to add that to the design grid, and we took the amount field and we summed it up, and we ended up with $10,750. Now, to group by data, let's drag the student ID and drop it onto amount. It will push amount over to be the second column, and student ID is the first column. And since total says group by, it's going to group by student ID. That means if a student ID appears more than once, then it's going to summarize that in one single record, and it's going to sum up the amounts of the multiple records and include that in the summary record. So let's go ahead and run it. Now it's hard to tell because you can't see names, but notice there's 27 rows that were returned from a 30-row table. And so a few of these have been summarized, and the rest of them, they only had one record anyway. Now, probably to make this a little clearer, let's go back to design view and let's delete the student ID. And the way you do that is you just slowly drag down till you get the down black arrow, select it once, hit delete, and now that row is gone, or that column, I'm sorry. Now let's try grouping by sport. So we'll grab sport, we'll bring it down, drop it onto amount, and now we're going to group by sport. So every row in the table that is of type sport will be summarized, and all of the amounts associated with that sport will be summed up in the amount field. We run it, and you can see that baseball got 1,000, basketball got 3,500, football got 2,150, golf 700, and so on. And if you were to add these up, it would come out to 10,750. So let's save this off. Last name, first name, to be, total by sport query. Okay, and then we double click it to run it. File, print preview. It fits fine, so no reason to change it. Print PDF writer. Okay, it's got the proper name. Save it. Close, and that's the end of this activity.